Undoubtedly, one of the key aspects of the project's popularity is its characters. Each hero is vivid, memorable, and full of secrets. Today, I want to talk in detail about one of the central characters of the show, who has long been in the shadows of the audience's attention. No, it's not Jax, who has already been featured in numerous videos. We're talking about Kinger, who, in my opinion, is the most intriguing and mysterious character, with a dark past and unique abilities. Don't forget to like the video if you want to see more content about the project. This is Royal Studio. Let's get started. Outwardly, Kinger looks like a chess king with human hands and eyes. Show him to any stranger involved in the project, and the reaction will be unequivocal. This guy is crazy. Characteristically, this impression is not far from the truth, although only partially. He spends most of his time doing completely ridiculous things, talking nonsense, shouting, and gesticulating. Many may wonder, what else is there to say about such a character? Perhaps just add a little absurdity on top. However, this superficial picture hides much more. In the second season, in the episode The Mildenhall Estate, viewers saw a different side of the hero for the first time. When he and Pomni encountered monsters in the dark corridors of the castle, the situation became critical. Pomni felt real terror and despaired of saving herself, deciding that Cain was deliberately tormenting her. It was at this moment that the king unexpectedly stopped his eccentric behavior and gave an inspiring speech, supporting the girl morally. It is important to note that it was in this scene that he shared the story of his past, which I will recount below. But that's not all. In another episode, All Have Guns, Kinger again showed unexpected wisdom, comforting a distraught Ragata after her defeat. These cases show that sometimes deep thoughts and the ability to reason sensibly are hidden behind a mask of madness. King himself explains his ability to return to normal while in dark places. According to him, immersion in darkness triggers a surge of memories that restore his clarity of mind. It seems obvious. Recall the scenes I mentioned earlier and notice that they took place in conditions of poor visibility. However, there is one significant problem. In some situations, the hero found himself in complete darkness, but continued to exhibit his usual eccentric behavior. For example, in the first episode of the second season, in the scene with Pomni, he behaved just as strangely, despite the surrounding darkness. So what's going on? The reason lies not in the absence of light, but in the nature of the situation itself. Let's delve deeper. Among the entire team of digital artists, Kinger was the first to appear in the circus. Due to his long stay here, his friends consider him mentally unstable. This version is supported by the hero himself, but attentive viewers understand that everything is much more complicated. The reason for his behavior is related to a personal tragedy. Kinger once arrived here with his wife, whose name was Korleva. She had a lively personality and helped her husband cope with his phobias, including his fear of insects. But fate decided otherwise. Korleva disappeared long before Pomni arrived. It is interesting to note that even after turning into a monster, she retained warm feelings for her husband, showing no aggression when she met him. Viewers often associate this event with the king's own guilt. His past remains unclear, and the reasons for what happened are unknown. It is worth reflecting on the words of the spirit from the episode The Mystery of Mildenhall Manor. Kinger, how is your wife doing? This suggests that the history of the royal family is closely linked to the principles of existence in this virtual world. There is another important point related to King's special talents. In the final episode to date, the viewer sees a scene where Kinger notices that Ragata's heart is missing. Instead of calling Cain for help, he creates a magical butterfly, which, when touched, returns the girl's lost heart. What is the nature of these powers? Why does this notorious jester possess such powerful abilities? This brings us to the main theory. Perhaps he has not lost his mind at all, but is acting consciously, pretending to be crazy. He has been with the circus longer than any other member except Cain. It is likely that through years of solitude and observation of the world around him, he has uncovered the secrets of how the world works, learning to control key elements. What happened to his wife gave him an understanding of the principles of dispersion and allowed him to develop a strategy to protect himself from it. It is likely that his outstanding qualities have become known to a small circle of participants whom he trusts. Thus, on those rare occasions when the king reveals his true knowledge and abilities, he either finds a reason to remain alone with someone, or makes sure that the participant in question is trustworthy. Recall the incident with Ragata, when he discreetly used magical intervention. The main reason for this behavior is simple. Kinger fears Cain's attention. The circus boss seeks to maintain a monopoly on knowledge of the laws of the world and absolute power. Having discovered the king's unusual talents and realizing that the latter has retained his sanity, Cain will become a threat to the leader, and the consequences will be dire. That is why the king chooses the image of a jester. In this way, he masks his awareness and keeps attention away from his abilities. The chess king is a symbolic figure. Despite his weakness and limited actions, the game is impossible without him. Similarly, Kinger plays a key role in understanding the structure of the circus, remaining unnoticed and preserving the value of his knowledge. So, who is Kinger really? A simple, silly character, or the key to solving the mystery? It's up to you to decide. Leave your opinion in the comments. If you like the format of this article, give it a like and suggest the next character for a similar analysis. See you next time.